Hey guys, we are here with some more NASA, the second day of our super week here. And we have some exciting matches coming up. First, we are going to be having Snackin Smackin versus PP Legends, followed by PLX versus Party Rockers. So you're not going to want to miss any action today. I would say that for our first match, it's a little bit interesting because we have two teams who are kind of on the opposite side of, I guess, the standings here, but don't count either of them out because they're both looking to try to win. Whether it's to try to take wins off of these Titans in Snackin' Smackin's case, or to try to secure their playoff spot and maybe even snatch a first place, depending on what the results of the next match are, um, in terms of PPL. So you're not going to want to miss it. And what do you have to say, Potat?
I'm looking forward to this match. PP Legends is currently, looks like solidified for top 3, I believe. And Snackin and Smackin currently 1-7 in the season, from what last time I checked. And so, if they can pull it off, we almost saw it last night with just for a Mega Noob taking a game and then almost a set off of, I believe, Party Rockers last night. And so, it can definitely happen. Snackin and Smackin, all definitely a very solid team. So, yeah, I'm
Anything could
looking
happen.
forward to this.
Yep,
Anything could
anything can
happen.
happen in this league for sure. We've seen some crazy upsets. And on the other side, PPL uh, winning this game, as you said, to secure themselves a top 3, but also I believe it's already been locked. But more importantly than that, depending on the results of the next game today after theirs and and next week, winning this game could be really huge because if they're going to want to, they need to catch up to Party Rockers. I believe Party Rockers, they actually have the tiebreaker on Party Rockers. So if Party Rockers lose this or their next game, it could be very huge for PPL, assuming PPL wins out. So definitely, you're not gonna want to miss it because we're gonna. It's an important game actually for them in that sense. And I think we will be going live in just a moment. Um, but, and we have a loading screen, but do you have any thoughts? Like, do you think Snackin and Smackin will pull any like shenanigans considering their spot, in the in the league?
They definitely could.
Mhm.
I fought a lot of their players in solo queue. I know they're all pretty good, but at the same time, PP Legends definitely also knows what they're doing.
For sure.
Between Ferryy, Matty, and AverageAlex.
Definitely a
They
lot of
definitely
experience. Yeah.
know what their plan is.
I think it's interesting they banned the Rasmus. I think they just don't want to play high variance against a team they believe they're, I guess, more qualified than. So like you banning the Rasmus out means that you can play your game more than having to play the map. Imi's app definitely an interesting map, creates a lot of variance when you have these Rasmus versus Rasmus counters. So I think that's the concept behind it. Matty's Kai banned out, pretty common ban against him, but he's been picking up these characters like Dubu and Estelle lately, and we're gonna be seeing the Dubu come out today. Interestingly enough, we also see Luna and Zentaro as a forward duo versus Kazan, one of our newer and more rare picks, and newly buffed Vyce. So that's another interesting.
Yeah, and it looks like both teams are gonna go for a bit of a damage comp here. AverageAlex and Ferryy with that Kazan and Vyce pickup, both gonna be able to deal just a lot of damage. And as you can see there, Aromatic losing them almost half their health bar instantly. Ferryy is also losing half their health bar, so
Yeah.
it's both damage, all the damage is being dealt.
Yep. And as you can see it on this Kazan, you kind of don't really have as much damage or combat power until you hit that level 2. So they're just more, Ferry's more just trying to get that barrier and ends up getting it. Very nice. And AverageAlex is going to actually sneak in a nice shot from top to bottom into that bottom corner, just out of range for Tomo.
Yeah, Tomotaco not quite prepared for that. And I think it looks like one Dubu is slightly larger than the other. So
I think a Powerhouse Paladins came out for Matty, and I think the reasoning behind that is just all the damage. As we see a kill go off on the Luna, as we were talking, just shows how much, combat power, how much burst these teams have. As aromaticmintea, they're trying to get this, towards the barrier, but not quite enough. And once again, they're on the back foot here. reniquaid, looking for angles, trying to put in that corner, but just not able to. And already is once again at half health and just doesn't even have level 2 yet.
Yeah, and I mean, the damage is going to be a big part of this. If you can keep, or not anymore, but if Aromatic was kept on level 1, but now Aromatic has that ult, and AverageAlex does too. And between the ults and the core flip, that's just
my goodness. Yeah, sometimes the core flip is your best tool for removing people off the map. We also saw some really interesting usages. So essentially, because of the specialized training in the game, there's a lot of importance on these evading these ultimates, right? Especially the Luna ult and the Rasmus ult. And we saw Ferryy utilizing his secondary to jump over the Luna ult, which is very clever. This time it's not going to be so lucky, as reniquaid, they're able to take out Ferryy. And aromaticmintea looking for this corner. Matty able to put a stop for the time being, but it's not enough as reniquaid sneaks it in, winning another strike war against AverageAlex.
Yeah, and I mean, that's his damage and strike wars here. Not really many core control based characters on the field. And I mean, I've said it over and over again already.
Oh, look at Ferryy's health bar. Oh my goodness. As you said earlier, damage is key this game. As we see these health bars just go up and down, up and down. Even Matty takes a rocket to the face, losing the barrier. But it's gonna also, we're gonna see AverageAlex getting nuked off the side of the planet. And despite having power explosions, it's just not enough to live this onslaught of damage from aromaticmintea and reniquaid as they put it in the goal.
Yeah, and I mean, Pauldron's in this matchup theoretically the better pick for Matty to take, but I mean, even that couldn't save him. And both the teammates were not taken out as well before that. Or no, I believe AverageAlex was also taken out before that.
Yeah.
And
so,
I mean,
now we see it happen on the other side though. Tomotaco taking a lot of abuse here, forcing reniquaid to actually help play defense, and Tomotaco is chased out of their own goal here. The nuke is going to force the evade, going to relieve some pressure, but it's not going to be enough as the barrier is gone, and now the stagger comes through, the kill comes through, and there's just an open barrier versus just a Zentaro goalie. Will it be enough? It will not, as Ferryy is able to sneak it past the defense of aromaticmintea and put it in.
Yeah, and I mean, once again, damage. It looks like we had a specialized start there. And so, I mean, all of these characters really, really good on damage. And it's just the name of the game at this point. But I think
Deadeye. I think Deadeye is a really huge awakening in this type of game because both Luna and Vyce like it. The Luna will take the Twin Drive, which is another good awakening. Interestingly enough, the Catalyst isn't taken. I think Catalyst has a lot of value in a game like this where how important Vades are. But it seems that Ferryy also, obviously also wants to opt for more damage from the heavy impact. Rightfully so. We also see this newly reworked reverberation coming out too. So definitely a bunch of interesting pickups as we get into this second.
Yeah, and I mean, stagger is going to be absolutely crucial here, along with that evade button. And as you can see there, Ferryy already almost dead. A player on Zentaro, Aromatic, are already gone, just knocked out. And I mean, that's a quick goal because it's hard to play that 2-on-3, and
yeah,
I mean, they know that.
That definitely is the case here, as the goal is gonna go for the side of PP Legends here, and already forcing the evade. Just respawn and has to evade already. But they're actually able to put the onslaught, but at the cost of the entirety of aromaticmintea's health bar. But PP Legends is going to lose their goalie as a nice nuke comes out from reniquaid, taking out Matty, and the offensive begins for the side of Snackin and Smackin. But they're just not quite able to break it through the defensive wall of PP Legends. Finally able to get the barrier, but the cost of their own and the cost of the life of AverageAlex. aromaticmintea pretty low here as well, forced to evade, but it's going to die regardless. And we're once again at another power play. these power plays are just happening everywhere. Tomotako is able to clear it past Ferryy and buy a lot of time. It seems like Ferry's once again stuffed by the Dubu roll, but it's not going to be enough to stop as we see another attempt here. The wall is going to come out. aromaticmintea dribbling. The reniquaid boosts in to try to help him out, but not quite enough. The ult coming out from AverageAlex along with the evade. And there's just so much action going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, abilities are being used all over the place, and I mean, with that dash, it's just in.
What a shot by reniquaid.
Yeah, I mean, Dubu, not the fastest goalie on the planet, and especially with that Pauldron's pick. Oh my gosh, that's a player off the board already. But with that Pauldron's pick, I mean, you get that damage reduction, but you don't get that speed that momentum boots that Tomotako offers, and so it's a trade-off.
Yeah, but definitely harder to play more of an offensive role, but it does allow the damage reduction, and it also helps you fight back and deal damage yourself. Where the extra power is definitely nice here, as Matty is able to use the core flip to get it out. AverageAlex using ult to remove aromaticmintea from the presence of Matty due to the low health bar. But aromaticmintea is looking to get this barrier, and they're able to snipe that barrier very nicely, and somehow still alive, beautifully dodging these abilities and staying alive. Gonna finally get staggered, but it's looking to just pick up this orb and try again.
Oh, but it doesn't last too long.
Ferry's gonna pick up the kill there. Yep.
Yeah, gonna be taken off the field. I mean, you can stay alive for however long you want, but at some point, if that damage keeps coming, yeah, you're gonna be gone in a sec.
Ferryy. We see the closed umbrella strike definitely pushes it a lot faster, especially in this overtime. And Tomotako's just not prepared for that corner shot. And nice shot by Ferryy to take the next point from the set.
Yeah, and I mean, if they can just keep up this offensive, keep up this damage, I think they're going to be sitting pretty in this match. They've already taken the first set, and I mean, what's to stop them from getting the next two? And I mean, they're up 2-1 right now, and
yeah,
I mean, they're looking powerful as ever, getting that barrier as well, and the kill.
aromaticmintea is gonna once again get cut off by this umbrella. This Ferry's been using this open umbrella primer just so well, able to firm kills using it. Another one is gonna go down. Ferry's gonna be forced to evade, but looks to hook the core up and try to fool Tomotako, just not quite enough, as reniquaid is able to help play defense, but at the cost of the entire health bar of reniquaid, almost dead here, forced to use the boost to just escape to the other side and just, you know, hopefully hide in their own net. Ferryy is moving back though, relieving some offensive pressure, is going to take out reniquaid, but will it be enough to score after using all those abilities to find the kill? I believe it will, as Ferryy is able to put it in the bottom side of the net once again with the overtime empowered strike.
Yeah, Ferryy with that great positioning, able to just collect the pass from AverageAlex and get that straight past Tomotako. Even with that momentum boost pick, they can't keep up that speed forever. And I mean, it just was able to get a quick goal. And I mean, it's a 50-50 at some point. You either full commit to the bottom, full commit to the top, or hope they send it right straight to you. And I mean, it's super difficult for those goalies to win those one-on-ones, and I mean, it's understandable that Tomotako wasn't quite able to get that save.
Yep. And a lot of times in these kill comps, you see a lot like Awakenings, you know, decide, make or break a game. A lot of times, you know, they're deciding the first two sets here. And we see, you know, Prize Fighter come out, which is a huge pickup because just even one kill can just start off such a chain reaction. As we see aromaticmintea is super low, barely able to survive, almost killing AverageAlex though in the process, but they're going to lose their barrier. And as I said that, reniquaid also perished, but Ferryy is looking to try to stack this up. aromaticmintea picking up this kill on AverageAlex, dribbling it up, and nice patience as they wait for that rocket to hit Matty, and then they put it in the bottom corner like that. Very clean job by aromaticmintea in the side of Snackin and Smackin.
And I mean, that stun kind of made the difference there. Matty would have had enough speed to make it to get that save, but balloon missile that came out was able to stop it. And on the top side, we see Aromatic looking really low. Not going to be taken out just yet, though, as maybe with the ult they're able to evade a bit of damage. but now they're stunned, and they don't have much else that they can do. And they're taken out by the Dubu... No, not the Dubu log, by Ferryy. Looks like Matty going hard up, looking to just assist their forwards. And Matty, or Ferryy, with that core flip, going to just get it straight past, straight above Tomotaco, and gonna get that bit of coin slot between reniquaid and Taco for that first goal in the set for PP Legends.
Very nice job by the side of PP Legends, showing how powerful, their extra awakenings were. They faltered a little bit on the first point of the set, but able to put it back as they take reniquaid off the map, and aromaticmintea is forced to try to 1 versus 2 these forwards and help out their goalie a little bit. AverageAlex teleports into the net and just hits all on Tomotaco just to take out half the health bar, but it's not quite enough. Ferryy is actually quite low though. Gonna pick up the orb, and nice shot by AverageAlex, but not quite able to put it in. But it's not good if just hugging your own net like this. aromaticmintea trying to put on offense here. Gonna force the flip out of Matty, but now Matty is the largest duo on the planet, looking to roll over. Ferryy actually ends up getting the kill, but reniquaid trades one back, and we see Ferryy dribble it past the log, looking for this goal, and oh my goodness, what a snipe with the secondary ult from the Ferryy open umbrella. Absolutely amazing shot, just predicting where the core is gonna go and smashes himself right into the core for a nice goal.
Definitely, and I mean, it was a while ago, but I'd like to point out how Ferryy and Matty had a great rotation. Ferryy was looking really low in that point, and Matty just ran up with that core flip, was able to provide a little bit of offense. And speaking of offense, that's Aromatic gone off the field, but Ferryy maybe looking to be taken off soon next. But no, not quite, as reniquaid gets the pass from Ferryy, whether it was intentional or not. And now it's on the side of PP Legends, but not for long, as Snackin and Smackin able to get the clear. Tomotaco using that core flip, going to keep that out, as reniquaid's ult takes out Ferryy, and I mean it's looking pretty good right now for Snackin and Smackin in this goal. Yep,
definitely, as they are gonna somehow get past Tomotaco. You jinxed it, Caster Curse. As he put it in and take 3-0 in this game, but honestly, it did not feel like a complete blowout 3-0. Definitely, there were some nice moments by Smackin, showing that they have a hope of light, I guess, a light at the end of the tunnel to look forward, maybe try to grasp this light as they move into game 2 here. But I think maybe trying to contest PPL at this damage comp might be a little bit difficult. I think that maybe switching it up might be the course of action.
Yeah, and I mean, both teams definitely had that damage going for them. Looks like 14 kills on the side of PP Legends, and a good few on the side of Snackin and Smackin as well. And I mean, the damage just made all the difference at some point.
Yep.
Just able to keep those kills going, keep those running. And I mean, it looks pretty confident on the side of PP Legends, but at the same time, Snackin and Smackin also had a lot of really good plays. Were able to get it past Matty a good few times on that pauldrons, and I mean, I think they can definitely pull something off if they just continue racking up that damage, racking up those kills. But we might see something completely different in the next match.
Yep. Definitely a lot of times maps and awakenings can create interesting scenarios. That was one of those specialized training games, which just creates, some crazy games where we get like, Vyce, Kazan, Luna, all these powerful ultimate abilities, characters with powerful ultimate abilities coming out here and just, dealing a lot of damage. But we might get something more tame, maybe an Oni village or something, or we could get another one of those, bloodbaths. Who knows? As we get into this game too in just a moment. Here we are, Gates to Obscura. Definitely a fun map, and we also see a Catalyst Start. I want to point this out. Catalyst Starts can create and also hectic scenarios, but for different reasons than the specialized training. We might see these energy builds just take complete power in these types of games with the Catalyst because of just its ability to allow flips, especially on a map like this where a lot of times you're in closed areas, like on that top or bottom corner of those goal barriers, and you're forced to take a lot of hits. And building up Catalyst is really nice. So I think we might see it. Looks like Ferryy is hovering the big fish. There's also a reasoning for that. They're both pretty powerful on this Asher. But I believe that Matty and maybe AverageAlex will also take the Catalyst.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like it might be another sort of damage-based game with Big Fish start. I could definitely see a Juliet pick coming out from Snackin and Smackin here. But it looks like we might not. Oh, yeah, no, we get the Asher. Also, really, really good on Big Fish. 2 of her 3 abilities really just scale with that size.
Yep,
And,
but I mean I think you have to see the trade-off. I mean, losing Catalyst stuff definitely also hurts a lot too. I wonder, I believe aromaticmintea actually opted for the Catalyst instead. So, we can see a little bit of a difference of styles in between these 2 Asher players. Despite them being the same character, on the screen, I think we're going to be seeing a little bit differences between these characters as this game progresses.
Yeah, and it looked like AverageAlex, I mean, Catalyst, the energy build,
oh my goodness,
definitely not that great on goalies, as has been found out, but it looks like it doesn't matter as Ferryy just took that first goal pretty quickly.
Yeah, just winning every strike war. The size, just trying to prove the size is actually more important, or at least for this early game, as once again takes that barrier. I mean, it shows the power of Asher on this map. Asher definitely one of the go-to staples for forwards on this map. Takes the other barrier, utilizing that ult and forcing the flip. Is going to trade off a barrier on the other side. aromaticmintea looking to dribble up, just misses the core. Good clear by Matty, gives it to Ferryy. Ferryy just messes up the core flip, and aromaticmintea sadly just accidentally hits it through the gate, but we're going to see a lot of gate action here as aromaticmintea uses a flip to actually kill AverageAlex and almost pick up this barrier, but Matty's just winning every strike war. aromaticmintea forces it down instead, finally wins the crucial strike war to take the barrier. But will it be enough as the power play is about to come to the end? AverageAlex has respawned. aromaticmintea is not quite able to get the core and is passing to AverageAlex. Ferryy loses possession because of the pendulum swing, uses the ult, but not quite able to put it in. AverageAlex once again brings it to Ferryy. Ferryy not able to get it in again. aromaticmintea has flipped, so looking to try to get it, but Ferryy puts it in despite the efforts of Tomotako. Excellent job by PPL taking 2-0.
Yeah, Tomotako winning a lot of those strike wars, just able to save those, but when it came to Ferryy pulling out that secondary, which stuns the enemy team player if they get hit, I mean, that just probably, from the looks of it, caught Tomo off guard. And wow.
What a flip though, is able to take out Matty and put it into the net. And getting these kills against these energy targets, as we saw actually aromaticmintea that earlier in the set, is so huge because they just lose all their energy as well. So in these energy versus energy matchups, we see just how much more important these kills can be. As we are going to actually see reniquaid get taken off the map, and it's a 2-on-3 situation with Tomotako not so healthy themselves either. aromaticmintea just forced to dribble and buy as much time, but it's not going to be enough as reniquaid is just barely respawns a little too late, and AverageAlex is able to put it in that.
Yeah, aromaticmintea trying to just keep that ball in the center, keep that core in the center, but Atlas using that primary, just keeping it away, passing it straight to Ferryy, who passed it, passing it to AverageAlex, who passed it to Ferryy. Nope, other way around, yet again. But either way, it was a great pass. Great job of getting it out of the way, and
we're gonna see no energy awakenings, interestingly enough. So energy awakenings will not be coming out on the side of, or either side, but instead both creation awakenings are going to be taken away from the Atlas. Interesting pickup by reniquaid to snipe the timeless from the Atlas, and then Manu coming in on this Asher. Definitely not one of her weaker awakenings, definitely a pretty decent awakening choice. But they find themselves so low at the start of this matchup here, as Ferryy looking to kill aromaticmintea despite having flip, not quite enough, and aromaticmintea, they live to they live another day with this flip. But will it be enough as they are forced to flip just to survive?
Yeah, and Aromatic had to use that flip if they wanted to stay alive. Oh, but it doesn't matter. As Ferryy gonna get that kill on reniquaid. And I mean, now it's a power play. What can you say? AverageAlex with that core flip, not able to get anything as it's saved by Tomotaco, but Ferryy gonna win that strike war on the core flip from Tomo. And now it's looking pretty good for PP Legends. Oh, but no, they lose the
timing, by the way, because that Atlas Resurrect just ran out. Nice strike war by reniquaid. Able to pick up the goal barrier, and they're now playing Portal Madness here. reniquaid not quite able to reach it. Tomotaco looking for a better clear here. Gets it to reniquaid. Forced uses the flip, but not quite able to pick it up. Matty still has flip of their own, but it's gonna Ferry's gonna actually take out reniquaid, which is quite good because now the offense is completely shifted, and now PPL is the one on the offensive. But Tomotaco putting up a great iron wall here, not allowing the side of PPL to put it in. reniquaid utilizing the ult as well to put even more pressure. Somehow gets his clear out, but eventually it's not going to be enough as Ferry's going to take the barrier. But will it be enough as the 1-on-2 goal for the side of PPL, just utilizing this portal to put it in the net?
Yeah, I mean, Tomotaco, maybe a few clear angles, but I mean, it's hard to find anything when you're covered by two forwards, and both your forwards are not in the goal line, which you don't really want a second goalie, but it's needed. But we're gonna see a bit of a even match. As I say that, Ferryy takes the double barrier, and just wins the strike war against Tomotaco, and that's the second goal. I mean, Ferryy just doesn't need the abilities; can just use those strikes. Some say the best ability in the game are those strikes.
That's your primary strike, yeah. Honestly, I think the main difference what I've been seeing in this game so far is just the execution on the side of PPL is just a little bit higher than the execution on Smackin. When PPL gets what they want, they're just always able to put up such amazing shots and just win strike wars. But you know, I do think that there are some good things that Smackin are doing. So hopefully they're gonna be able to utilize it, because they're gonna need to as their backs are against the wall as this match set now for the side of PPL.
Yeah, and I mean, as said before, anything can happen. It looks like a pretty good draft. I think Ferry's gonna take that build different, hovering it. Didn't take the big fish earlier, and so now can use.
No, Ferryy is the one who took the big fish. It was actually aromaticmintea. They didn't take the big fish, so definitely interesting. Right. But there's no energy awakenings here again, by the way. So honestly, I think PPL is a little bit built out there, as their Asher didn't actually take the energy awakening. So could have sucked a little bit for them if like an egoist came up and they would just have to be forced to pick it. But I guess sometimes, you know, I'm not gonna say the reason why PPL is winning off of, you know, is luck, but sometimes luck can definitely play a factor, as they are lucky to not see an energy awakening in that matchup, in that draft.
Yeah, I mean, energy awakenings might be what Snackin and Smackin needs, but it could be a bit late now. Yeah. As if they lose the set, they're just out of the match, out of the set, and so they'll have to kind of pull it together. I mean, they're starting to with that double, with both barriers down on the side of PP Legends, and Tomotaco not looking like they're gonna lose it.
Oh, what a clear though! Able to get it out. Here comes the flip, forces the flip out of Matty. reniquaid pretty low, and reniquaid is also pretty low. There's a lot of low health bars on this side, Smackin, but they do have some offensive pressure. Tomotaco almost have flipped themselves. Puts up this wall and basically just walls off Ferryy. Nice utilization of the portal, but Matty's accidentally gonna walk through the portal. Luckily, he's able to get back into position. reniquaid, they barely missed the corner shot, but Tomotaco finds the angle through the portal and puts it in the net there.
Yeah, and I mean, Tomotaco using that funny corner portal angle, just getting it in while Matty was not able to save it, not expecting anything.
Oh, what a team play though.
Portal. And I mean, yeah, very good plays so far.
Definitely, Smackin looking like a little like their backs are on the wall here, as they are definitely stepping up their game here, but will it be enough to take the set and maybe take the match?
Yeah, and Matty getting those saves, looking to just keep it out, keep it off of their side. Ferryy going to take it to the better corner, but not quite going to be able to get anything as Tomotaco just knocks it out. And oh my gosh, Aromatic looking quite low. Never took that big fish, as I was corrected.
Yep.
And so they just don't have the stagger to stay alive as they get knocked out by Matty's core flip. And I
Oh,
mean, now that's
Ferryy finds the barrier and it finds the goal. Just what a display of like a textbook barrier take into the goal by Ferryy, winning every single strike war and putting into the net. This is exactly why we love Asher on this obscure map. Just shows the power of the tools you have in your kit to take these barriers just so cleanly and puts it in the net. As once again we see this ult come out, it puts so much pressure on Tomotaco. Luckily they are able to get the clear, and both barriers actually. Aromaticmintea instead using ult themselves, pushing Matty out of the way, but it's not enough as Matty is able to get through the portal here. And once again, we are at this standstill. Aromaticmintea just misses the dash. Unfortunate. Reniquaid able to get to Aromaticmintea again, but Matty is able to clear that out again. Ferryy putting it into the bottom corner. Oh my goodness, and the kill, I believe, from the pendulum swing comes out from Reniquaid. AverageAlex is trying to play defense now. Matty has the flip, is going to use it and put it in the bottom corner. And once again, we see this offense try to happen. And honestly, if Smackin don't score on this offense, it's going to be a little bit upsetting because you just have to score after be given this many chances.
Yeah, and I mean, they might not be able to now after losing Reniquaid. And I mean, that's two characters back on defense, not able to save it though. Ferryy winning those strike wars again and again. And I mean, able to just get that in. 2-1 match point round set point, I guess.
Yep.
As well. And they're looking like they're sitting pretty. As they get that first barrier, looking to maybe get that second as Matty playing incredibly.
Oh, the barrier's gonna be lost for Matty, but luckily that was actually a really good bounce. It hits it through the barrier, forces Tomotaco to clear it out themselves. Ferryy once again looking to pull up this barrier and picks it up, and here's the flip, and I think this is the game here, and that it is. And the game, set, and match. PPL is gonna take 2 3-0s, a 6-0 sweep on the week. Excellent job by PPL, showing why they want to be that 1 seed going into playoffs. Even despite dropping their game earlier this week, nice bounce back by the side of PP Legends. Exactly what we want to see. And we see Ferryy just, constantly able to score on these attempts, touching the core a lot more than the counterpart. And on top of that, also able to pick up so much damage, the most in the game, 16,000, while also able to just consistently shoot. Matty also putting up pretty good defense numbers, but Tomotaco, really impressed, was able to play actually pretty great defense despite the pressure provided to them. So unfortunate they were not able to take that victory, but definitely looked good despite ending up on the losing end of the match.
Yeah, and I mean, Matty, as you can see, 3 kills, not too often seen on an Atlas player. And I mean, but Atlas can pull that off.
Iron Spear, baby.
Iron Spear gets more damage than Tomotaco, and I mean, Fire and AverageAlex both had higher damage counts than anybody on the other teams of Snackin and Smackin. And so, I mean, I think the damage once again played a slight bit of a lesser role in this match, but still definitely made a big difference. And I mean, they just showed who can get the kills, who can get those points and win that match.
Yep, definitely shows exactly these kills were actually quite valuable, especially in these catalyst matchups, because it, obviously takes the energy off the side of Snackin Smackin. And an Iron Spear coming in with 3 kills was definitely fun to see. Nice observation, as we love Atlas in this building here. Actually, it was quite interesting because I'm surprised Matty actually pulled out the Atlas. instead of the more comfort on the Dubu, maybe finding a little bit more optimal on this type of map setting. So opts not to take the mirror matchup, the Dubu mirror matchup. Instead, it goes for the Atlas this time, and I'm glad we were able to see it because Matty shows the work they're able to put in on these characters to expand their pools. Definitely gonna be huge going into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got banned out, as we saw, and I mean, that's what Matty's known for. So they have to learn, and they did. They definitely pulled off some great defense on that Atlas.
Yep. Awesome job. And don't go anywhere though, because we still have a banger of a game in Platinum exclusive versus Party Rockers in the Howl. This could decide the first seed, as both of these teams are on the top end of the leaderboard. And this game also has like massive playoff ramifications, even for this PPL team, because depending on who wins, it could also mean doom or gloom for this PP Legends team as well. So you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned for that game. Any closing thoughts you have, Potato? But
Uh, I don't think so. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next match. This first match tonight was great. Yeah, it's been nice casting with you.
awesome. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.